Boy, what an exciting time! Woohoo! Oh, goodness me, has it been a while? Usually, YouTube Mario is the one making the YouTube videos, but today, no. Today it is Card Shop Mario from Mario's Gaming World. That's right. We started off this channel, if you guys remember, with card shop videos, and it's been a very long time, but some things have happened over the last couple of years, and I've kind of been hiding, in the corner, while YouTube Mario's been doing his thing and all that, and here we are. Here we are today. We escaped the corner, here to talk about something for like 10 minutes or so, unedited, uncut, just addressing a lot of stuff. Some people might find this informative. Some people who like drama might also find this entertaining. So this is just the best of both worlds for some people, or none of the best worlds for some people. I don't really care. We gotta talk about this at some point. And what better day than today, Tuesday, October 11th. This is a great time to talk about this. All right. So for those of you that do not know, I make content. I am technically a content creator. We make Digimon content on YouTube and on Twitch, which, oh, by the way, actually, because this is the first time since, like, Nom, I've uploaded a video at not 10 a.m. This will probably be going live right around the time where the stream goes on tonight at Twitch. So if you guys want to say hello, come click on Twitch and say hello. I'll be there for a few hours if you watch this video right when it goes live, or for a couple hours after. Oh, I'll be there. We'll be there. Well, we're there. We're okay. We're good. Anyway, so while I was convinced by Ruggles to do the YouTube and then later convinced myself to do the Twitch, for the first little while, Mario's Gaming World was only a card shop. This store was literally only a store. And we were selling cards. Yeah, we bought cards, and we sold cards, Pretty cool. And before Mario's Gaming World was established, I was also vending cards, basically doing the same thing. Getting some sealed product here and there. New stuff comes out, everyone's excited, everyone gets their panties in a bunch. Oh, God. Anyway, so here we are today. Because some people have asked some questions, over the last 6 months, a year. They keep coming up. So we're going to answer some questions. Maybe this is why YouTube Mario let me out of the corner, because he's not well equipped to handle these kind of questions. But you know what? I am. I'm the brains behind the operation. I am not the entertainer. Not a little YouTube Mario's entertainer. Little Mario over there, he's the entertainer. No, I'm the big brain. I'm the big throbbing brain that runs this operation. So let's start with the number one thing that I hear more than anything. More than anything, we hear it. Here's what we hear. We hear, oh, this Mario created his YouTube channel in order to promote his store, and his store's a failure. The YouTube, he wouldn't have a store if it wasn't for YouTube funding his sales. And, all right, so you guys know that, right? So originally, when I started the YouTube 3 years ago, basically, it was meant to be like my dip in the content creation. And if something panned out from it, it panned out. It did. Well, yes. So I have made sales off of the backs of YouTube viewers. It does turn out that people who watch Digimon card game videos want to buy Digimon cards sometimes. I don't know if you guys realize that, but Digimon players sometimes actually want to buy Digimon cards. I know, it's mind-blowing. You wouldn't think about it. You would not think about it, but it's true. And before the Digimon videos started, when I was just doing regular card shop videos for a bit, I was tailoring more to Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and people wanted to buy Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards from me too, and Pokemon cards. Happens so much. So, yes, it is true that because of the YouTube, while it's an entertaining engine on its own, it is also double dipping into a sales engine. And yeah, who doesn't love a good double dip, am I right? You stick it in there once and it feels so good, so you want to stick it in there a second time. So yes, well, I've been tapping that piggy bank and enjoying it. It was a not an unexpected bonus per se. I figured that if I took off enough, this would probably happen at some point. But it's actually gotten to the point where the majority of my sales now are online sales without a TCG player store, without a online store, which brings me to question big one number two. Oh, where's your store? You don't have a TCG player. You barely use your eBay. You don't have a website. Like, what kind of monkey operation is this? That's a very good question. So, I don't use TCG player because I'm in Canada, eh? I don't know if you've tried being a Canadian and using TCG player, but it sucks. It really does. Don't have an eBay store because I don't have time to manage it. I don't feel like paying anyone to manage it right now, so we're not. And don't even get me started on an actual website. Oh, man. No. Nope. And that's all we're going to leave at that. You see, the method that I'm using for what I need works. I think people forget that I run 3 businesses, including my card shop as one of them. 3! 1, 2, and 3! You think we have time to make a website for one of them. Did you guys know that the content creation in the card shop is the 3rd in the totem pole? The other 2 things I do during my day are more important, and they make more money, and they require more of my time. So I gotta buckle up and pick something, right? It's not like the content creation is getting me a full-time living, not even close. Not even a part-time living. That's just how it is. Until you get really, really big and throbbing and girthy with your YouTube presence and your Twitch presence, it can't do the job. I think anybody that has tried knows this. Knows, like, for sure. For sure. You gotta either get there, but until you get there, you can't just do it. You can't. So, that's why it is. If people want to buy cards from me, they can message me on Discord, on Facebook. Sometimes I post things on the Digimon for sale groups and other Canadian groups because I'm in Canada and locally and all this stuff. Yes, while there's a physical card shop here that people come and enjoy and play card games in, we do online sales, and I haven't really needed a TCG player to do it. Or website. Occasional eBay here and there. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. And the last question I get is probably the big brainest, the bee's knees, as they say, the money shot, the glory hole, the real question. How do you choose what cards you buy, Mario? Obviously, you've been doing this for a while, so clearly something for you is working. And that is correct. I have been doing this for 6 years, with all my expenses increasing for this, year by year by year, it seems. And how do I do it? How do I do it? That's a very good question. I'm going to give you an answer. My buy lists change. I haven't had a public buy list in a very long time for any card game because my interests change every week. Every week. Every week they change. Something becomes good, it's on the buy list. Something becomes bad, it's off the buy list. If I have a lot of inventory in one card, it's on the buy list. If I need more cards, it's on the buy list. So it varies. And I don't really have time to monitor it. Now, that being said, I am releasing a more globalized buy list very soon. Maybe in the next day or two. Once I finalize a few things and know what I'm looking at. For Digimon, of course. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon is just whatever. It's whatever. I tailor to those games still make a lot of sales from Yu-Gi-Oh! Still make a lot of sales from Pokemon. But we're just talking about Digimon right now. Digimon, digital monsters, they're champions, right? That's what they are. So, yeah. I've been operating the way I've been operating without a buy list because I want to be able to just be flexible if I need to be flexible. However, we are at a point where I'm considering more massive growth. And some of you might think, oh, Mario, you're pretty fucking huge already. You can't possibly get any bigger. You can always get bigger with the right exercise and routine. Let me tell you. And while I am pretty big with my sealed and single collection, there's always room to grow. I want to be able to one day go vend at a card game event with my Digimon cards, drop my big schlong on the table, being, of course, the singles, and be able to, if anyone that walks by, to say, wow, look at those singles. Holy, this guy's got a lot of stuff. Look at all his cards. Look at all the Death X ones he has. He's just churning and burning. I want to be known as one of the biggest Digimon single vendors. That exists. I want that title. I want it. And don't get me started when Lorcana starts, because we're going balls deep. I already got 10 grand just sitting. Sitting. Not even doing anything. Not even putting in stocks or anything. Just sitting. Waiting for that game to come out. Coming out. I'm waiting for it to come out. I can't wait. But Digimon stuff. Digimon stuff here. I want to be able to just have such an impressive inventory of singles that people know, oh, Mario's the guy. Mario probably has it all. And we're working on it. We're making some negotiations, and we're getting ourselves out there, setting some budgets aside, and we're going balls deep. We're going deep and hard as possible, and as deep as possible. Money is getting to the point where it is no longer an object, because the more you spend, the more you make. And I've kind of like bounced away from the question, how do I choose what cards? You kind of got the idea, but like meta relevancy is dependent on. Like, for example, Death X Monster is something I want, because they're meta relevant. Take something like max rarity cards that see play. People love their max rarity cards to see play. So we try to grab those too. Just as some generic examples, right? There was a Twitch stream, I think last week, where I was building a buy list on stream, and I was telling everyone, why this card? Why do you think I'm picking this card? Making chat think for themselves. And we built a buy list. Had to change it a little bit before I release it, but we built it, basically. And it was really exciting. It was a good time because it allowed everyone to see kind of how the ball rolls. I've made smarter decisions as time goes on. Things like, if you buy a card and it's hype for like 69%, which by the way, 69% is my new buying rate. If it's a card I want, I will buy all of the freaking max rarity Lilithmons at 69%. I don't care. I'll buy them all. Every single one. 69% I will. But anyway, so if you buy something at 69%, but maybe the card drops half its value, which happens sometimes. I have to buy cards from the people in the States. Sometimes it takes a while for those cards to arrive. So maybe in between the time that the cards arrive, maybe it's a $4 card that all of a sudden dropped to $30, and maybe I paid $28 on the card. Well, I'm going to hold on to that card until I absolutely can no longer hold on to that card anymore. The reason for that is because I want to make as much money off that individual unit as possible. And guess what? I have enough cash flow to be able to do that. I can sit on whatever I want until I'm ready to sell it. So if it does happen, which by the way doesn't happen much, but when it does happen, you gotta be patient. Anyone that wants to do this needs to be patient. Play the long game. Try to get cards that don't have a reason to go down in value all of a sudden. But if you do, by accident, shit happens, Just hold on to it, buy something else. If you really need to recoup the cash flow, then go ahead. But if you're at that point, you're either just getting started or you're doing something wrong. That's just how it is. And that's how you do it. And if you have cards that explode all of a sudden, don't try to wait for the peak. Don't try to wait to plan the highest possible point. I learned this with stock trading. I actually learned this the hard way with stock trading almost. You cannot just wait for a peak. If it's at a point that you're comfortable selling it at, the stocks or trading cards at this point, sell it. If you're making profit on it, sell it. Don't wait for that crisp moment. If you really want to get a big money out of it, sure, sometimes you can wait. Sometimes you might even get rewarded, but sometimes it might dip down a little bit. You know what I mean? Just be careful. Just be careful. I play it safe. I don't try to predict the peak. I don't try to do that. I just try to sell cards when they're high. And if I buy cards 69% and a few weeks later they're same price, great. Sell them anyway. Who cares? And finally, use your brain. Use your fucking brain and think about cards you might want to invest in long term. I have a whole box of cards that I just sit on. Don't touch them. Don't move them. I don't do a single thing with them until they explode in value. If they don't explode in value, they stay in the box. And if they do explode in value, we take them out of the box, we list them, we sell them. Easy peasy. And you can base this off of Japan future formats. You can base this off of this card is anime, so it's probably going to support at some point. Whatever reasoning you want to use, do it. Do it up. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say on today's video. I wanted to address a couple questions that I keep getting over and 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 over again. Just wanted to do that. And to give some advice as well. And you know what? Anybody can do this. Anybody can vend cards. Card shops a little more. But thanks to things like TCG Player, eBay, anybody can make an online store. Anybody can sell cards. And hopefully, this inspires someone to do it like I used to do back when my channel first started. It was all about inspiring people to be self-employed entrepreneurs and maybe even dabble in the card world and buy some cards, sell some cards, make some money. Do it. Do it up. That's all I got for today's video. Yeah, good video. Woo, good job. I'm out of here. Bye.